Several years ago, the board of directors for a leadership program in Zimbabwe, Africa, held their meetings on site. As a reward, the director, who is also a gifted guide, took several members of the board on a safari walking with lions. The morning before we started our adventure, he gave us 5 ground rules for staying safe while walking with lions. These guidelines offer lessons for life and leadership. Guideline number 1 is stay together. When lions attack, they go for the solitary animal or the outliers. The second guideline is don't be scary. Lions associate humans with hunting and guns and have learned to fear people. If you want to get close enough to get a good picture, don't look like a human. Guideline number 3 is it's not the lions you see that are dangerous, it's the ones you don't see. While you may only see one lion, there will always be more around. Some prides have learned to distract their prey by letting one lion be seen at a safe distance while the others ambush their prey. Guideline number 4 is context. If you want to stay safe and get good pictures, pay attention to many factors such as wind, sun, and setting. Guideline number 5, the last one, is a difficult one. Don't run. When a lion charges, don't go with your first instinct and run away. It's counterintuitive, but when you think about it, it makes sense. The Walking with Lions series will explore each of these guidelines and how they relate to life and leadership. The first ground rule for walking with lions is stay together. Wounded or sick herd animals often stand away from the herd, and lions go for the outliers and the weak. Staying together is good advice for life, leadership, and teamwork. Going it alone, you can go fast, but you're much more exposed to mistakes, and the results can be much more costly. Staying together and traveling together might mean traveling a little bit slower, but the benefits of working in teams and as a community are less exposure to dangers, more eyes to notice opportunities, and the support and encouragement of others. Guideline number 2 is don't be scary. Lions associate the human form with hunters and guns. They've learned to fear humans, so they run if they see something that looks like a human. When walking with lions, if you want to see them and get close enough for a good picture, here are a few things to remember on how not to look scary. When you spot a lion or signs of lions, stay together and crouch down so you don't look like a hunter walking upright on 2 feet. Don't walk directly at them, and remember to stay calm and walk slowly. Many times you see the same thing happen with house cats and toddlers. The child, in his excitement, has not been gentle in the past. The cat knows it will be handled roughly, so it runs. If the child wants to give love to the cat, he needs to learn to approach it differently. The same is true in life and leadership. People have learned to be cautious or fear leaders who use positional power to coerce others. Learn to modify your approach in order to inspire and encourage rather than coerce. Don't be what people fear. Try empathy, asking questions, and listening. The third guideline for walking with lions is it's not the lion you see that's dangerous, it's the lions you don't see. Lions don't travel alone. They move in groups of lions called prides. My first experience walking with lions. On the first day, we spotted a jackal. They are known to associate with lions. Sure enough, we spotted a single male lion. Sure enough, we spotted a single male lion. We remembered our guidelines and stayed in the group, crouched down so we didn't look like a hunter, and we didn't walk directly at the lion. As we got closer, our focus changed and we spotted a second lion. As we continued our approach, the angle changed and we saw the back legs of a third lion lying in the sun like a house cat. Eventually, we spotted 9 lions when first we only saw 1. This same concept is true for our emotional triggers. It's not the ones we know about that are dangerous. It's the ones we don't know about. Continuing to expand our self-awareness is essential for life and for leadership. Remember, it's the triggers we are not aware of that are most dangerous. Guideline number 4 for walking with lions is be aware of your context. If you want to get close enough to lions to get a great picture, you need to be aware of your surroundings, like the wind direction and angle of the sun. Check for the wind direction by kicking up a bit of dirt. Make sure the wind is in your face so the lions can't pick up your scent. Check the sun. Make sure it's behind you. The glare from looking at the sun will make it more difficult for lions to see you. Awareness of your context is important in life and leadership as well. Social awareness is a crucial competency in emotional intelligence. Be aware of the culture you find yourself in and the social context. Every group you interact with, communities and organizations, have unique cultures and expected behaviors. It's important to be aware of these differences and allow them to influence your approach. An example of different social contexts is the difference between going to happy hour with your colleagues versus going to an event with your senior leadership or board of directors. Knowing your context and allowing social awareness to influence your behavior will help you be more effective and influential as a person and as a leader. Guideline number 5 when walking with lions is surprising. When a lion charges you, don't run. Not to run away when a lion charges seems counterintuitive, wrong, and downright dangerous. On our 5th day walking with lions, we saw 2 female lions that had just brought down a baby buffalo. We walked away to allow the lions to calm down and de-stress. When we came back after an hour or 2, they were still there. Our guide asked if anybody wanted to get a better picture. 3 of us walked up behind a large termite mound to hide. It was about 15 or 20 yards away from the lions. I scooted from behind the mound to get a better shot. One of the lions stood up and did a mock charge. It was a good thing I was lying on the ground. I couldn't run. Lions do mock charges so they don't have to do a real charge. We're not on their menu. Not to run when charged is counterintuitive, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Like house cats, lions have a predator-prey response. If the prey runs, they have to chase. If I would have run, the mock charge would have turned into a real charge. In life and leadership, influence is counterintuitive as well. If we want people to do what we want, we think we need to make demands and exercise power. The reality is, the most influential people tend to listen more, exercise empathy, and allow themselves to be vulnerable. Just like not running when charged by a lion is counterintuitive, increasing influence doesn't come through exercising power, but through listening, empathy, and vulnerability.